Hello there, this is Scott with Hi-Lux Optics, back again to mount an optic onto an old-fashioned rifle. For today's mounting, we are going to be putting the TD3 red dot sight onto this Winchester lever action red dot mounting bracket. And I got a little ahead of myself and went ahead and mounted one up before I even started recording. So let me get this taken off and we can start over again from the top. For today's consideration, I'm going to be using, let me see here, a Winchester 86, a Browning 92, and a Winchester 94 lever action. In reality though, the specific model of lever action is not going to be particularly important, as long as it's got the two holes on the side to mount up Lyman receiver sights. I believe the models 33 and 66 should have this whole pattern, but a lot of the rifles nowadays will come pre-drilled with this exact pattern. If you've got a couple holes in your receiver and you're not quite sure if they're going to work, give us a call, take some measurements, and we will figure out whether or not this thing will actually fit. Sorry, let me decock that. This is going to fit right on top of there and just sit a little bit above where the bolt is going to slide. Should provide ample room for the case to eject, and we found it to work fine all the way up to a 45-70. If you're going to be putting this on anything with a much stronger cartridge, I would recommend adding a little bit of blue Loctite, but I would play that by ear depending on how it is you shoot, the weight of your rifle, and the power of your cartridge. The height as well is not going to matter too much because there are slots cut to allow you to adjust this up or down, or if need be, tilt it a little bit to align it with your barrel. I like to keep it pretty level and as low as I can possibly get it, but hey, you know your rifle better. You're going to know how you want it mounted up. Now, unfortunately, these holes are on the other side of the receiver from me, so I'm going to do my best to try and line them up without bumbling around too much. In the kit, you're going to find a couple of 648 screws, which we found most of the receiver holes to be drilled to. If it turns out your receiver is drilled to something else, just make sure you pick up the right diameter and thread pitch of screw that isn't so long that it prevents your action from sliding. If necessary, just trim that end down a little bit. Now let's line this up, get the first screw in, and hopefully it'll make the second one a little bit easier for me as I try to look at this darn thing. Come on now. There we go. Sorry, it's a little funky with all the lights in my face as well. I probably should have worn sunglasses for this. I'm just going to get these two screws started in, and then I will flip it around to adjust the height and finish tightening it up. If I were going to Loctite, once I have all that set in and zeroed, I'd pull out one screw at a time, Loctite it, then put it back in. Now, flip it around. If you notice there's a bit of a gap between this and the action, I like to get that just as close as I possibly can. So I lower it down until it touches, raise it up just a smidge, then tighten it in place. And let me finish tightening that, like so. The platform on top provides a space to mount an RMR footprint optic. It also has two screw holes for a 632 type screw. If you order our TD3 or TD3C red dot, you'll notice that that comes with a Picatinny adapter plate and screws to attach the red dot onto this plate. These holes fit the exact same screw. Depending on the height of your sight or the thickness or anything else, you might elect to get different size screws, but hey, I'd play that one by ear. You know the optic you're going to be using. With those two screws in place, let's tighten them in, and then we'll pretty much be ready to take this to the range and get it sighted in. That's one. And that's two. Whoop. Okay. That's all you need for the setup. After that, you just take it out, take it to the range, get it sighted in, make sure your action works, and you're good to go. I'm sure that installing it on your rifle is going to take less time than it took you to watch this video. And with the sturdy steel frame of this Winchester lever action red dot mount, I'm sure it'll survive longer than just about anything else. Well, I hope you have fun out there. I'm going to take this out, shoot at some targets, and, well, waste a lot of ammo having a lot of fun. Y'all take it easy out there, and enjoy whatever it is you're shooting.